Welcome everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation on key teacher intervention, specifically focusing on asserting authority. In this session, we'll explore effective strategies teachers can use to establish their authority in the classroom. We'll cover practical techniques, share insights, and discuss how to create a positive learning environment through confident, respectful intervention. Let's get started. So, why do some people listen carefully while others seem to tune out or distract easily? Have you ever noticed students gazing out the window, lost in their thoughts? Or maybe there's a constant background of arguments happening in the back of the room. Sometimes, students are chatting amongst themselves, not paying attention to what's being said. This slide highlights the challenge we face, understanding why these different behaviors happen and how we can engage everyone effectively. The key is to recognize that attention isn't just about the content itself, but also about how it's delivered and how it connects to each individual's interests and needs. By understanding these factors, we can develop better strategies to capture and hold attention, making learning more effective for everyone. It's about who you are, not just what you are. This means that understanding your true identity goes beyond titles or roles. It's about recognizing the core of your being, your unique qualities, and your authentic self. Discovering and using your natural authority is key here. Your natural authority is the confidence and influence that come from being true to yourself. It's not something you have to force or imitate. It's something you inherently possess. The aim of this part of the presentation is to help you identify what makes you uniquely powerful. By embracing your natural authority, you can lead more effectively, communicate more genuinely, and inspire others more effortlessly. Remember, this is about aligning with who you truly are, which makes your impact more authentic and sustainable. So, as we move forward, keep in mind that your real strength lies in embracing your authentic self. Now, as we look at this slide, it's important to recognize how the shift in students' motivations is evolving. We're seeing a move towards students wanting to please, which influences how we build rapport and authority. This brings us to stage 2, personal authority. Here, the focus is on the power of your job title and your role. It's about how your position itself commands a certain level of respect and influence. When students see your title, it immediately establishes a sense of authority and trust, which can be very effective in guiding their behavior and attitudes. But before that, there's stage 1, formal authority. This is more about the formal structures, rules, policies, and the official authority that comes with your role. It's the foundation, the formal aspect of authority that sets the stage for more personal connections. Now, relating this to the overall theme, understanding these 2 stages of rapport, formal and personal, helps us navigate our relationships with students more effectively. By blending these stages, we can foster trust and influence, aligning with their desire to please while maintaining respect and authority. All right, now let's talk about the reality we face. The key is to stride about with confidence, even if you don't quite feel it yet. It's about acting as if you're confident, and eventually, that confidence will catch up with you. And here's a humorous but common piece of advice. Don't even smile until Christmas. It's a funny way to remind ourselves that sometimes we need to hold back just a little until we're more comfortable. This slide touches on what I like to call the classic advice, those tried-and true tips that have been around for ages. They emphasize the importance of projecting confidence, even if you're still working on feeling it inside. The main idea here is that confidence isn't always about how you feel at the moment, but how you choose to show up. Acting confidently can actually help you become more confident over time. And remember, this approach ties back to our overall theme, building authentic confidence that can carry you through any situation. All right, let's talk about being yourself. It's such a simple idea, but it's also one of the most powerful. When you're genuine and authentic, your message resonates more deeply. Now, the slide also highlights being democratic, which means involving others and creating an environment where everyone feels heard. That openness fosters trust and strengthens your connection with your audience. Next, being honest is crucial. Authenticity isn't just about sharing your strengths, it's about being transparent and real about your experiences and perspectives. When you're honest, people can relate to you and see the true you. All of these points tie back to finding your natural voice. That's really the core of this slide. It's about discovering what makes you unique and comfortable, and then expressing that confidently. When you do that, your communication becomes more compelling and impactful. So remember, be yourself, stay democratic in your approach, and always be honest. That's how you find and refine your natural voice, ultimately making your message more authentic and memorable. Let's talk about some simple but effective ways to attract attention in a group setting. First, you can use a rain stick. It's a gentle, unique sound that naturally draws people's focus without being disruptive. Next, ringing a bell is a classic method. Clear and unmistakable, it signals that it's time to listen up. Tapping the table is another subtle way to get people's attention. It's quiet but noticeable. Saying "listen" aloud is direct and straightforward, reminding everyone to focus on what's coming next. These techniques are all about attracting attention in a respectful and engaging way, helping to keep the flow of the presentation smooth and interactive. Remember, the key is to choose the method that best fits the situation and your audience. All right, now let's talk about how the hand signal technique works in the classroom. First, you'll notice that the room quietens and students focus their attention. This is a crucial step because it establishes a calm and attentive environment. Then, students see the hand signal and raise their hands to indicate they want to participate or have a question. This helps manage the flow of the class and encourages respectful communication. Finally, the teacher raises their hand to acknowledge the student's signals, creating a clear and consistent system for interaction. This technique is really effective because it promotes order, minimizes interruptions, and gives every student a fair chance to contribute. Remember, the key is consistency and making sure everyone understands the signals. When used well, it keeps the classroom engaged and running smoothly. Let's focus on becoming the still, central focus in any situation. This means standing tall and feeling unworried, which naturally projects confidence and calm. Take a moment to breathe slowly and deeply. This helps to center yourself and maintain control. When you're in a space where you can see everyone, it's easier to connect and command presence. By doing this, you're gathering authority, showing that you are composed, in charge, and ready to lead. Remember, these small shifts in your posture and mindset can make a big difference in how others perceive you and how effectively you communicate your message. Now, let's talk about how to manage yourself in a listening situation. The key is to wait for the right moment and give the speaker your full attention. When you're ready to listen, gently cup your hand to your ear, as if you're inviting the person to speak more clearly. Then, quietly and firmly, place your hand near your ear and say, "Listen." This action signals to both yourself and the speaker that you are focused and ready to truly hear what they're saying. It's a simple yet powerful technique called the listen technique, and it helps you stay present and engaged. Remember, managing your own reactions and attention is just as important as what's being said. This technique encourages active listening, making the conversation more meaningful and effective. Please, if you can say it honestly, remember to add "please" when giving instructions. Speak slowly and keep it brief. This helps ensure your message is clear. Make steady, relaxed eye contact to build trust and connection. Don't speak when you're angry or irritated, as that can undermine your authority and relationships. When giving successful orders, it's important to be respectful and clear. Focus on the key points. Be polite, confident, and specific about what you need. Thoroughly explain your expectations, but keep it conversational. This makes your message more relatable. Highlight the most important concepts, like clarity and respect, as they are central to effective communication. And always try to connect these points to the overall theme of leadership and effective interaction. By doing so, you create a positive environment where orders are understood and respected. Authority is grown, not forced. Sometimes the quieter you are, the more they listen. It's a bit of a paradox, but it's true. People tend to pay more attention when you're calm and confident rather than loud and aggressive. This idea ties into the overall theme that leadership isn't about shouting the loudest or being the most dominant, but about earning respect and trust over time. By remaining composed and thoughtful, you naturally draw people in and create a space where they want to listen and engage. So remember, true authority comes from a place of quiet strength, growing it gradually through consistency and integrity, not through force or pressure.